Crazy Penguin teaches you Linux. NickSnoob.com.
Welcome to NickSnoob. In this video, I'm going to show you KWhisperX, which is a Whisper clone that I created for Linux and X11 specifically. So this won't work if you're using Wayland. You have to be using X11 for this to work. But it's a pretty nice little Whisper clone that runs natively. It's just written in Python, and it'll work completely offline. It loads the local models, and if you have a NVIDIA or AMD GPU, it'll use that. So to get it, you're gonna want to go to github.com/nicksnoob50/KWhisperX, and I'll leave that in the show notes. And I'm going to put myself down here for a second. And so this is the page. And to get the code, you can either download a zip file or right here, download zip, or you can just get it HTTPS. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go put that in my downloads folder. I think I already did that, so let's see. Downloads. KWhisperX. Yeah, I'm just going to move that to the trash real quick. Move to trash. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to do a git clone and then paste that URL and hit enter. That's going to download it. Okay, and from here, we need to do a couple things. In the README on GitHub, it tells you everything you need. So first, we need to get some packages for Kubuntu. So I'm going to copy that. And basically, we're just getting Python 3, the virtual environment, Python 3, dev, xdotool, and libport audio 2. So I'm just going to open up a terminal here and paste that in and hit enter, type in my password, and that'll do it. I already have all those installed, so it's really quick. And then from there, we run the setup.sh. So I'm going to run that real quick. And basically, that's just creating, we can open this up and take a look at it. Open with Kate. It's basically just creating the virtual environment. It's making sure the xdo tool is installed. And then it's just setting up the Python virtual environment and then installing or upgrading pip and then installing the requirements, which are, yeah, so these are the Python requirements. Okay, so I'm just going to run setup.sh. And then as soon as that's done, we can just run sh. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna switch my desktop to this monitor so you can see the application tray and everything. All right, and then I'm just gonna scooch over here so you can see my application tray. And looks like I already had it running, so I'm gonna stop that. Okay, so now we can just do run.sh. And the first time it's going to download, or the first time you run it, it's going to download the Whisper model. So that might take a second. And this is already running down here because I already had those models installed. Another thing, I'm going to go ahead and quit this. Another thing you can do is just do the install desktop shortcut. And that's just going to put a link on your desktop. So now we have it here. And when I click on this, it's going to put a tray icon down here. If I right click on this, I can go to settings. And we've got a bunch of settings here. So one, we've got our key sequence used to start it and stop it. And then we have record, where that'll just record a different key sequence. And then mode, we've got toggle or hold. And hold, you have to hold down the key sequence while you talk. In toggle, you hit it once and then hit it again to stop. And so if you have it in toggle, you can turn on inject on pauses and set a pause duration and pause sensitivity. Then we also have which whisper model to use. So I would use base or base English. Um, and then we've got our microphone, and we could set our microphone. And then we've got a speech level. And basically, if we're not talking, we want to see what our noise level is, and then set this somewhere above our noise level. So we want it when we're talking for this to be lower than that. That's it's the threshold for when it's going to start recording and sending to the model. Then we have a live transaction overlay while speaking, and that's just going to put a little overlay down here and use a teeny model to give you real-time speech. And then the injection method, I'm using keystrokes, and then our preview model, which you want to use the tiny model for the preview. And that's basically it. And then you can have it start at a login. So I'm just gonna save this, and then I'm gonna open up Kate and just go to a new file. And so now I'm going to hit Control Alt Space. Now, with whatever text input you have selected, when you start it, it's going to keep that input. And I'll show you that in a second. So right now, this is white and it says idle. If I hit Control Alt Space, that's going to turn red. And now you can see the text at the bottom. And as soon as I pause, it's going to push that into the text, and it does support whisper type grammar. New paragraph, double quote. This is a test. Double quote. Oh, I messed that up. Let's see. New paragraph. Double quote. This is a test. Double quote. New line. Testing some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. New paragraph. Single quote. This is a test. Exclamation point. Single quote. New paragraph. Okay, so you can see whenever I pause, it injects it. But I'm going to open up a new document here. Just go to Utilities, Kate, and then New File. So I can type in this. This is a test, and of course I'm going to say whatever I'm typing because brain. But you can see that it's injecting the text to the original Kate session where I started it. If I wanted to dictate into this other one, I would have to hit Control Alt Space, and you'll see that icon at the bottom turn white, and then hit it with when my cursor's in this window. And now it should be sending text to the Kate instance on the right. New paragraph. I hope you enjoyed this video. New paragraph. If you did, please click like. New paragraph. Also, click subscribe so you don't miss future content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.